If you've driven through New Mexico and Arizona, it is incredibly sacred land. There's these beautiful mountains that are large and red, and the people I think also embody that level of sacredness of respecting the land, respecting their elders.
The Navajo Nation. It occupies parts of Arizona, Utah, and New Mexico. But now every corner of the nation has been hit by this unrelenting virus.
If Navajo Nation was a state, I think this week it would be the most impacted state in the country in terms of cases per capita. The first citizens of our country.
Dr. Sriram Shamasundar is part of two waves of roughly 30 doctors and nurses from UCSF who jumped on a plane and headed to Navajo Nation.
We believe that all people deserve high quality healthcare, especially the most vulnerable.
The virus has sickened more than 4,000 tribal members and killed nearly 150. The infection rate here has now surpassed New York and New Jersey.
We are getting quite a few patients that with COVID, there can be a really quick turn and they can become critical very, very fast.
Shay Williams is a surgical ICU nurse. She says since the Bay Area flattened the curve, doctors and nurses at UCSF felt their skills could be put to use to help those who are underserved. The nation has few resources.
Yeah, I've only ever worked at UC, and we're so fortunate that we have such an incredible amount of resources. But here I've found that you kind of have to get creative and utilize some skills that you don't necessarily get to utilize when you have the technology.
Third of the population in Navajo Nation doesn't have running water or electricity. And so, for us, it might be an inconvenience to shelter in place, but for a lot of Navajo people, it's an impossibility. And so if you don't have a refrigerator, you have to make your way to the grocery store to get provisions.
The teams plan to stay for another month.
Because I felt a pretty intense calling to the Navajo Nation. I've worked on the nation before and worked with the people.
As Americans, I think we both have to put the first citizens first.
Elizabeth Cook, CBSN Bay Area.